let's talk about the action you need to take. Here's the great thing. There's not 5,000 things you need to do to be successful. There are only about a half dozen things that you need to do to be successful. You just have to do them 5,000 times. So that will end up producing 80% of all their results. What are those half a dozen fundamentals? And Vince Lombardi, he was famous for this with all the success that he had. He started every season by saying, "Gentlemen, this is a football." And they went right back to the core, basic, dumb, stupid fundamentals. John Wooden, an extraordinary human being, he won 10 NCAA championships in 12 years at UCLA, one of our local heroes. Every season he would start these world-class athletes with a training seminar on how to tie their shoes. He wanted to root them in the absolute basics. You have to put your socks on a certain way, you have to tie them a certain way so you don't get blisters. You can't perform at your best if you have blisters. It started at the core fundamental. It doesn't matter whether it's football, basketball, accounting, construction, psychology, fly fishing, golf, parenting, rocket science, computer programming, it all comes down to about a half a dozen fundamentals. Every one of those endeavors, it all comes down to about a half a dozen fundamentals. So what are your fundamentals? You have your 10 core commitments. I'm going to tell you that 4 of those are a philosophy. It's a mindset. They're really only about a half dozen things you have to do. And then when you start to actually look at those doing things, they're really only 3. Here's what they are. 2 exposures a day, and then when somebody says yes, get them started right. And then show up to meetings. That's it. Seriously, those are your fundamentals. If all you did were those 3 things every day. Now, of course, you have to commit to your fitness plan. You should do that. I don't care if you're a lawyer. Yes, you need to commit to your personal development plan. You need to do that. I don't care if you're a lawyer, especially if you're a lawyer. So that's a given. Like, that's being a product of the product. That's how you can grow so you're more attractive and you're a better representation of what you're talking about. But in terms of the actual actions and functions and doings, it comes down to 3 things. 2 exposures a day. When somebody says yes, get them started right and show up to meetings. If all you did every day were those 3 things, you would be